the power of stories. So Jack Gallant is a professor over across the bay at UC Berkeley, and he and his team of researchers pulled in, I'm guessing, some starving undergrads to participate in this research. And what they did is they put them into a specialized MRI machine and had them listen first to a lecture, somebody giving them information, facts. And they watched their brain activity. And then they turned it to a podcast, This American Life, from one of those that is full of stories. And as these research subjects were listening to stories, they watched their brain scan and brain activity. Well, it turns out that your brain is that there's a lot more activity across all different regions of the brain when you're listening to stories than we're listening to just sort of factual information. And even that the part of the brain that pays attention to and understands emotions and thoughts of others really gets activated. So it's in a sense kind of the empathy center of your brain. So why does that matter? Well, stories have the power to help people maybe get out of their analytical brain, which we're often in most of the time, and maybe their naysayer brain, and into a more open and empathetic brain where they can connect this change that you're trying to get them to do to the meaning of it for them. So you can use personal stories, and we're going to have a chance to work on that for a few minutes in a little bit. And we also have stories all over the world we can draw from. So when I was in an organization a few years back that was having trouble with the problem of gossip, very common in organizations, gossip, 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 it was getting really toxic. How do you stop people from gossiping? It's tough. I wish that at the time I knew about the power of stories. And if I had, I would have told this story that I'm going to tell you now. So Socrates was reputed to hold knowledge in high esteem. And one day an acquaintance met the great philosopher and said, "Do you know what I just heard about your friend?" "Hold on a minute," Socrates replied. "Before you talk to me about my friend, it might be good for you to screen what you're going to say. In fact, I have a screen called the triple filter test. The first filter is truth. Have you made absolutely sure that what you're going to say about my friend is true?" "Well, no," the man said. "Actually, I just heard about it, and..." "All right," said Socrates. "So you really don't know if it's true or not. Now let's try the second filter, the filter of goodness. Are you going to tell me something good about my friend?" "No, to the contrary." "So," said Socrates, "you want to tell me something bad about my friend that you don't know if it's true or not. Well, you might still pass the test, because the third filter is the filter of usefulness. Will the information that you're going to tell me about my friend be useful to me?" "No, not really." "Well," concluded Socrates, "if what you tell me is neither true, nor good, nor even useful, what's the point of telling it to me at all?" So I'm curious, if I was reading a policy, a no gossip policy to you all, compared to listening to this story, how is it different? Any thoughts?